Well, I was always the, if you'll pardon the expression, the class clown. I mean, absolutely. You know, if there's one thing I remember from my childhood is all my teachers used to always say that I was very, very funny. And I wasn't like the, you know, I wasn't like a bad kid. I would just yell out really funny stuff.
Right.
You know, I just like crack everybody up, and it was, you know, it was welcomed. It wasn't a bad thing.
Right, right, right.
But so I think, you know, I have that innate ability to make people laugh, and I've always been doing that since I was a kid. And the magic, but the magic I did when I was younger was, you know, card tricks and coin tricks and real kind of sleight of hand. And now, but then of course I learned that doing magic for children is a whole different genre of the magic world.
Absolutely.
The tricks are different, the style is different, everything is different, everything, the thinking, the whole philosophy is different. And I just learned on the job. I just did shows and well, I'll take it a step back and tell you that there's you know, we see here in New York and probably all over the world, there are three kinds of clowns. Clowns that you see at the circus, clowns that you see at birthday parties, and theatrical clowning, which of course is kind of you might argue the newest form, and it's something that you're doing at the Downtown Clown Revue.
Right.
You know, clown performances for adult audiences. Okay. The biggest problem that people they don't understand, the first mistake people make is, well, a clown in the circus needs to be very, very big because he is far away from the audience.
Right.
Okay? So the lips are big, the hair is big, the shoes are big. Okay. However, when you take that big thing and put it in someone's living room, it's too big. And so it's too much and it doesn't work. So the first difference is that there's a difference in the way the performer looks. Smaller, toned down. I mean, now even among clowns, there's a whole, like, they now have a name like half Auguste clown, you know, because there's this movement towards less makeup, less big makeup. So when you're in someone's living room, you have to be smaller. You don't have the big shoes. You have regular size shoes and so on, and not the wig, but your own hair and so on and so on. So that's one thing. The second big difference is that a clown in the circus is mostly visual gags because they're not talking, they're not mic'd, and there's 10,000, 20,000 people. So you don't have the talking. It's all visual stuff. A lot of skits are just visual things. In a living room, there's more talking. The audience can hear you, and they, in turn, will say stuff to you. And so you have to be prepared. If you're a circus clown, you go to do a birthday party show, all of a sudden, the audience is talking to you. And this has never happened before. So, you know, okay, so those are two of the big differences between birthday party clown, circus clown, and then the theatrical clown, of course, is completely different. There's a story, it's an act, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's not for children, it's for adults, so on and so forth. There's lots of different things. And what was the question?
It was connecting your ideas of magic to comedy. You know, what is it like taking the route away from the I'm this amazing magician.
Oh yes.
As opposed to being the
well,
comedy.
You know, one of the big what I teach in my lectures when I speak at magician conventions is the big issue is the kids don't care so much about the effect. What they care more about is all of the funny stuff that happens before the big effect. So, for example, if I'm going to show an empty box and cover it and wave my hand and then open the box and now there's a rabbit. Okay. Well, the climax is the rabbit. Ta-da. Okay. That's good, but that's not what the kids love the most. What they love is stuff that's going to happen before that. So let's say you show the empty box, then you put the cover back on and you pretend that you jammed your thumb into the box. Like, ow, ow, ow. Okay, so that's very funny. And then maybe you drop the box and it lands on your foot. Now your foot hurts, and that's really funny. And then you go to pick it up and you hit your head, and that, I mean, you know, it could be 5 minutes, really. And that's what kids enjoy the most.
Right.
And a lot of magicians don't understand that the stuff that the kids want more than the magic is all the entertainment and comedy that comes before it. So that's and then of course there needs to be magic, but because if you're a magician you have to do magic, something magical, but don't rely on that on the finale, the impact of the climax of the trick. It's really everything that precedes.
What is it that children like about magic?
You already asked me that. What kind of a professional, unprofessional joint are you running?
I don't know. I'm confused.
All right. Ask me again.
What? Explain.
See, at least I didn't make any jokes. Exactly. I've been very professional.
Explain how you found the connection between comedy and magic for children.
Okay. One of the things I teach when I speak at magician conventions is the big mistake that all magicians make, which is thinking that the magic trick alone is going to be enough entertainment for the kids. Okay? Now, for example, well, let's just say you make a grabbing motion into the air, you do this a few times, then you open your hand and out flies a butterfly. That's a good trick. Okay. But you know, to kids, everything's magic. So everything's magic to a kid. So this is the problem. Magicians think that the magic trick is going to be enough, but it's not. And so what you have to do when you perform magic for kids is take the emphasis off of the climax of the trick, and instead what they want is all the fun stuff that leads up to the climax of the trick. So when I was a kid, they used to show Abbott and Costello movies every Sunday morning.
Right.
And holy smokes, that's what I did every Sunday morning, is watch Abbott and Costello movies. And who knew that all of us, at the end of my, by the time I started having a career, I would be making these ridiculous word jokes, just like Abbott and Costello do. But that's what I do. So Abbott and Costello was huge, and so was Woody Allen. So I've got like a combination. Actually, the Abbott and Costello is the comedy that I use to make the kids laugh, and the Woody Allen is the comedy that I use to make the parents laugh. And then physical comedy, I learned a lot from Buster Keaton, who is he's so funny, man. He doesn't have to do anything and he gets laughs. That's the beauty of it, just deadpan. The rule is you have to be funny. And I really think this is important. This guy, what's his name? Dave Bartlett, great guy, wrote a book where he talked about that clowns love to go to the clown conventions, and they compete in the balloon competition, and they compete in the makeup competition, they compete in the costume competition, but being a clown is not about winning competitions. Okay. Being a clown is about making people laugh. Now, mind you, someone like Slava might argue that it doesn't have to be laughter. It could be something else, because you could tell us a sad story as a clown, as Buster Keaton did many times. The stories were often sad.